I
Oh
like
my
it.
God. I hate how much I love this with ice. Oh my God.
Welcome once again to Chill Filter, the podcast where we drink whiskey so you don't have to. But you probably should be drinking whiskey. You probably are drinking whiskey, and that's why we like you. Part of the crew, part of the family. Before we get into any of what we're drinking today or anything like that, let's talk about how you can support us. It's not a weird thing. It's just not an obvious thing. But if you comment on YouTube, we love that stuff. So keep it up. I'm talking to you, Whiskey Shaman, Cody Clark. I almost called him Cody Clarkson, but maybe Paul Clarkson will do it too. And we love that. Comment your favorite moment of the podcast or how you relate to it or something. That's just fun for us. It might not even help us to grow, but we love it. So, and sorry if we get back to you slowly, but we love it. So
We usually do pretty quick though. We do all right.
Yeah. But yeah, we're drinking today Wild Turkey Master's Keep Beacon, not bacon, Beacon. And look at how much has been cut out of that bottle already. But most of it's probably samples for the pool and me and my pool
and me and my pool. A sample for you while you're in a pool. Yeah, you gotta distribute. Yeah.
The pool sample while I'm in the pool.
Heck yeah.
The pool that I keep in my pool.
God, and next time you come to Phoenix and we do a live reentry buzz, we should do it in the pool.
That's a good idea. Yeah. A pool sample, drinking it in the pool. What's new with you?
What's new with me,
excited for next week?
Yes. So yeah, this comes out on Monday, and on that Thursday, the meetup begins. Of course, I land at like 10 p.m. But yeah, this as of this coming out, this episode, this is meetup week. So we are, as we've said many times, we're doing a barrel pick with Driftless Glen, and we are just drinking and having a lot of fun over the course of the entire weekend. And we're going to that football game too, Madison versus who? Maryland?
I don't know. Maryland, yeah.
Nice. Is it correct for me to say Madison, or should I be saying Wisconsin?
It depends. So if you're saying if people are very in the know, like if you're like in Wisconsin, you can say Madison but like people might not understand what you mean by Madison if they're not in like the know of what you're talking about. This is the context, I guess. So normally I just say Wisconsin, and people generally, even though there are multiple Wisconsin campuses, like, I want to say there's one in Eau Claire and Menominee or something like that. But yeah, you can just say Wisconsin, and people mostly think that you're talking about Wisconsin-Madison. So
yeah, just curious. Beautiful cloudy day here in Phoenix.
Nice.
The like huge clouds going over the sun, so my video like kind of goes a little dark sometimes, and then brightens back up again. But it feels way cooler in person here.
Tell us about the recent haboob.
Oh
like
yeah,
2 weeks ago or something. Yeah,
man, that was crazy. Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Of course, we get a couple every year, but they're not always. Haboob is a big dust storm. Just
it's like a wall. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes the wall is very defined, and like you see it coming. You see it a mile away, and it's
it's apocalyptic looking. Yeah,
from the sky down to the ground, it's a curtain of dust just headed towards you. But sometimes we'll go a year without having one that's like super defined. There's always a couple dust storms a year, but sometimes
when I lived there, we never had a defined one. The 3 years that we lived there, there was never but there were dust storms, faux show, but we never had like one of those sheets.
Yeah, I went out in the backyard. Like I could kind of tell one was on the way, and I don't know why. I just felt inclined to go out in the backyard and take a look. And we've got a nice open space behind us. We don't have like houses butted up right behind us here. So I was able to see far off in the distance and see that there was a very clearly defined wall coming. So I took a bunch of pictures, and then I came back in and I told Sam, I was like, "You're gonna want to go take a look. It's a really cool one." But yeah, it reminded me of. There was one back in like 2011 that was maybe it was 2010. No, I don't know.
Mm.
Anyway, back then, very huge curtain, very clearly defined dust storm. And it's like, if you Google like Phoenix Haboob,
That's
like
probably the one you'll
the
find.
most beautiful pictures are this one that I'm talking about.
That's
the most
crazy.
like clearly defined dust wall photos are this one. And that one, I was on my way home from work. And I saw it coming. It was like right there. I got in my car, I started driving, and I was like stopped at a stoplight, and the wall would overtake me. But then the light would turn green, and I would drive
That's
out back in front
crazy.
into the clear again.
Uh-huh.
And then I'd stop at another stoplight, and the wall would overtake me again. I was
Oh,
like racing
wow.
at home.
It's
And I
that
like,
slow.
yeah, well, it's
I
slower
always
than
figured they were like
40,
at least
45 miles an hour.
20, 30 miles an hour going.
Well, it might have been 20, 30 miles an hour,
Yeah, but you're
but
still,
and
yeah.
of course I was driving probably a little fast too. So
Yeah.
let's call it 50 miles an hour,
Yeah.
was allowing me to leapfrog it and have it leapfrog me
Mhm.
all the way home. And I like got home to the apartment complex and like ran inside right as I was getting really dusty. I like
That's
barely made
crazy.
it.
Was that when you lived in, Gilbert?
No, that was actually when I lived, I used to live at 44th and McDowell. So
Okay.
kind of like,
Yeah. Yeah, like downtownish.
I think,
Nah, more near
no, it
not
wasn't
downtown.
Scottsdale. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
not downtown. It wasn't Scottsdale, but it was definitely kind of like Eastern
Yeah.
Phoenix, right there
Mhm.
near the 202 and everything.
Yeah. We used to have church up near there, at least when I went or when I lived in it was like right around there actually.
Mm.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Little did I know that when I lived in that apartment complex back in
Mhm.
2010, I was uh, I was living right next to the Costco that always gets the good whiskey drops.
Ah,
Of course, I knew nothing at the time about whiskey.
dude,
I
could
think
you imagine the things you would find in 2011 like on the
no way,
shelf?
dude. I
Yeah.
know.
That
I
was
think
that was like
bef
right before the big boom, yeah.
yeah, before I even liked whiskey, I don't even think I was making, like, whiskey cocktails. Like
Yeah.
a whiskey sour, I don't even think that was in my cocktail repertoire, like, before I even began to like whiskey.
It's funny, with, like, I guess I got into bourbon in, like, 2012. I gave that story on what's gonna be a future episode where we talk about it with, the whiskey shaman. But I slowly just started to build up more, and by slowly, I don't mean that slow, like, by 2014 or so yeah, by the early 2015, I had like 38. I remember 38 whiskeys on my like list that I had drank it in,
Ah,
and that was what kind of led me. And the that was what led me to tell someone that I really like Eagle Rare compared to most of them. And then the dude was like, "Hey, you know where you can find Eagle Rare 17?" And then I was like, "Tell me everything." And without that conversation, I honestly don't think we would be here today.
wow, very
Mhm.
informative, that's awesome.
Yeah. Mhm. Because, yeah, what started with that was, like, I got to try Eagle Rare 17, and then I was, like, so impressed by it that I was like, "I gotta get me a bottle of this at retail." And
Yeah.
so I started the blog based on that, and then one thing led to another. I worked at a bar, and then started the podcast in
Yeah.
2018, so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, Eagle Rare 17 is the one I'm pushing for this year. If
Oh,
I get
heck yeah.
one special bottle around Christmas time, I'm pushing for that to be your Eagle Rare 17. So this might be
Same.
my year for that, hopefully.
It wasn't last year, right? That was one of the ones we got a sample of from the distillery, right?
Correct. Yeah, we got Eagle Rare
Yeah.
17 last
It
year
was
from
so
Buffalo
good.
Trace. Yeah, yeah.
I've thought about it, like paying secondary for last year's Eagle Rare 17.
I know,
Like,
dude. Yeah, the
what is it like?
2024
It's like a 1200 ish.
is, yeah, 13. No, sorry,
Yeah,
1350. Maybe upwards of 1400,
but it
yeah.
was phenomenal.
That and like
Honestly.
people, the 2023 Eagle Rare 17
Mhm.
was actually 19 years, and
Oh
people
yeah,
are
but it
all
wasn't as
always
good.
always crazy about that. But man, the 2024 just hit me so much
Mhm.
better than
Yeah.
2023. One of these days.
Yeah, one day. But luckily we're still, or at least last year we got technically two samples from couple of
Right.
trays
Oh
for the
yeah,
NT
that's
collection.
right.
So
1.5
it was kind of
samples,
an
I think.
accident. Yeah. But
Yeah.
they announced the Pappy collection like yesterday, and I was like, "There's no
Oh, they
chance."
did?
First of all, they never do Pappy samples, at least
Yeah.
to some of the smaller
Oh, they
creators.
did? I didn't even see this
So
email.
I was like, "Should I reach out?" I'm like, "No."
I
So
know. They've kind of stopped even answering our
yeah,
emails
unless
for,
it's
like,
like very specific. Yeah.
here and there. I am proud of them, though. We reached out to them about
Hmm.
something unrelated,
Yeah.
like, off the
They got
cuff,
back to us. Yeah.
and they did and gave us a very thoughtful response back, so they
Yeah.
don't hate us.
Yeah. Exactly. They're just
But,
like those
when
guys
we're
are small.
yeah, when we're one of 2,000 emails that they
Yeah.
get requesting the same thing, it's
Easily.
kinda easy to just skip over. I'll I'll give them
Yeah,
that.
but back when Amy Presky was like the main woman there, dude, she was like, "No, the rule is first people to reach out are the first people to get the samples."
That's
And
cool. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like, I was like on top of that. That's why I think that's
Yeah,
why we still have a good connection with her
yeah,
because I was trying to do my best to respond within a minute of receiving that email. So,
yeah.
but especially for the antique collection. But
Right.
I have a good feeling about this year. You mean you killed it last year? What'd you get? 3 or 4 antique collections, or just 3?
Oh, you know what? I got Handy and GTS last year.
Then how did
Yeah.
we get the Willie, or how did we get the Saz 18?
Oh, I traded a bunch of stuff for that. So that
That's
was
what it was.
that wasn't I put in work to get that one.
Yeah, for sure. It wasn't
That
like,
wasn't
yeah,
a nice circumstance or whatever
yeah,
for me
for
to get
sure.
the other ones at MSU.
Dude, I don't know when I'll ever get an antique collection bottle again.
Yeah, your Virginia lottery sucks lately.
Dude, they just did the Weller Millennium $7,500 bottle, and there
Yeah,
were like
gross.
over 50,000 entries on it. And there's
Wow.
like 60 bottles in the whole state. And you would hope that like when there's a price tag of $7,500 that not a
Yeah,
lot of people are willing to actually spend that, but
right.
50,000 entries.
That's insane.
Mhm.
That's
It
insane.
used to be like
There's
18 or 15, and I would have a chance on some of like the hundreds or so of the bottles and stuff,
yeah.
but I have no chance anymore.
Yeah. There's a place here, there's a gas station. It's called the
Yeah.
Extra Mile
Mhm.
Chevron in Phoenix. And
Uh-huh.
they put like package deals for allocated stuff sometimes
Oh,
on their website where you can order it,
yeah.
but of course you got to go in person and pick it up. And they have had a Weller Millennium package on there.
For how
Let me
long?
get the price right. Let me get the
Uh,
price right. Let me pull it up
e
here. But it is a Weller Millennium and an entire Weller rainbow.
Oh,
So,
wow. It's
so
gotta be like
not William
10 grand.
LaRue, just the rainbow. Uh, and the total is 6,500. So Virginians,
What?
listen up. Yeah. 6,500 for a Weller Millennium and all 6 normal Weller bottles for
That's like
6,500.
worth it,
No way,
right?
dude.
No, no,
No,
not worth
well,
it. Like I would never spend that, but you could
yeah,
like turn over that Weller Millennium and make your money back.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Just no one
I
has the
imagine
credit limit to pay for that.
well, but like in theory, yes.
Uh-huh.
But the amount of buyers looking for a Weller Millennium are almost
Yeah.
zero. Like
And
no
it's
one.
like a little overpriced. And by a little, I
Oh,
mean incredibly overpriced.
yeah,
Have
a
you heard
little, yeah.
about Penelope Omega?
I have heard about it, and real
Uh-huh.
quick before I forget,
Yeah.
what I wanted to say was this
Yeah.
package, the Weller Millennium thing, has been live on the website and purchasable for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But anyway, Penelope Omega. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of
Uh-huh.
people finding them. I've seen a lot of people. I haven't seen anybody opening it. I haven't seen any
Mhm.
tasting notes or anything, but people
Yeah.
seem to be valuing it pretty decently. Yeah.
I heard from at least one person that it was like like not strangely, but like surprisingly great.
Oh
And they're
wow.
apparently going to be showing up a lot in Virginia over the next week or so. So I think basically what I probably, if I'm there on time, what I probably will have to choose from is Elmer T. Lee and Penelope Omega. And the only reason I would really get the Elmer T. Lee is because it's a great gift.
True.
But I would probably get the Penelope Omega if I saw the two. Yeah.
Do you know, did Virginia also reflect the new MSRP of Elmer T. Lee? Is it like 70, 75 bucks?
Yeah. And I'm
so
like,
all the more reason to get
$40.
All the more reason to get the Omega then in that case.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If it was like $40, it's kind of hard to turn down a $40 Elmer T. Lee.
I mean, and it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not the savior of whiskey.
Yeah,
and
we re-entry buzzed it, man.
Great when we tried that one.
Heck yeah, on the re-entry buzz. We loved it. Yeah.
But it's a single barrel product, everyone. Who knows?
True.
No, I'm kidding. But
the Penelope Omega, yeah, and then there's also it comes in a deep green teal colored box. It's 13-year and it's actually Heaven Hill juice. And I didn't use the word juice very often, but that just happened. Anyway, I got that on Total Wine Concierge. So
what is it called? Is it just the 13-year?
It's Founders Estate or something.
Penelope, you said?
Like yeah, it's Penelope 13-year.
It's been an older one because they're probably only rocking MGP these days.
Yeah, well, the Heaven Hill, the mash bill coincides with Heaven Hill's mash bill.
Gotcha.
So all signs point to it being 13-year Heaven Hill, and I did snag one of those on the concierge buys. So we'll get to try one of those eventually. No, actually, my purchase of that was probably like almost 2 months ago. So I'm hoping any day now I'll get that email that says, "Hey, come pick this up." That'll be fun.
Is it pay in advance?
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's
straight up.
Sometimes it's like Christmas when you go pick it up.
Yeah. I've already forgotten, but I spent that money. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
What do you what?
Entry buzz. Actually, that's a good call. Let's do that. Entry buzz for me. Starting low here.
Okay.
Extremely low age statement here. Russell's 13.
And I've got baby.
My batches 2 and 3 here. And dude, like batch 2 is just insane. It's so good. Like batch 3 is great and all. I'm enjoying that. But batch 2 has so much more deeper, darker caramel richness and less ethanol. I love batch 2 so much. So I'm going to leave a little bit of my batch 2 to compare against the Beacon. And then of course, I've got this 15 off to the side here that I will drink next to the Beacon as well. And maybe, I don't know, I've got my C&B silverware house off to the side. I may or may not dip into that too. So we'll see.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I am also on the Russell's 15 train at least.
Just before we hit record. Just before we hit record, you took a sip and you were like, "Oh my God, so good!" And I was like, "Yeah, I know exactly what you're."
Yeah, you see it missing right here too. So.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Right. Over here is my Beacon slot, and then my 15 slot over here.
Nice.
These two.
Is that Jack 14 next to that?
Yeah, Jack 14.
Nice. All right. So, anything else we need to talk about before we go ahead?
Yeah, I have one more question for you.
Bring it on.
And that is, do you know what you're bringing to Madison for the bottle?
I know one bottle, and I've mentioned it before. Did you remember what it was?
I can't. No. Oh yeah, it's something super old, right?
Yeah, it's 1987 Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking of bringing one other thing, but I'm not sure what to bring yet.
Okay, nice. I'm locked in. I'm locked and loaded. It is showing up in Madison before I am, but it'll be there ready for us.
It's probably too late now.
Yeah. I know. Well, so my flight gets in so late. I was like, I really don't want to check a bag. That just makes me even later. So this way, I want to check a bag when I go.
Maybe I will. I'll just do a 2-day tomorrow. Yeah. To Mr. Klepsig. Yeah.
And Ben knows to keep his mouth shut about mine.
Yeah, if he knows what's good for him. No, I'm kidding.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited for that. I gotta think. What else would I bring? Yeah. I mean, I'm excited about that wild turkey too.
Mm-hmm.
But
I know.
yeah.
It could be awesome, man.
What's his name? I won't give it away, but Miles was telling me what he was planning on bringing. I was like, that's a nice option. Yeah.
Ooh, exciting. Good, good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Miles
Yeah.
and Ben probably have very similar taste just in whiskey in general.
They're both big into smoky scotches. That's for sure.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it should be good. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we're
Nice.
gonna. I'm just even looking forward to the food. Like
Yeah.
people, hangouts, drinking. It's all fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that
Dude, and I'm
food,
so
that
excited too that
Wisconsin food. Uh-huh.
the football game time is early. It's like 11,
Yeah, it's like
which
11
leaves so
a.m.
much more
Gives us,
time for
yeah.
us to hang out in the
Mm-hmm.
evening too. So if the football
Yeah.
game had been at like 7, that would have been bad.
That'd have been rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have been like, I need a sleepy.
Go for the first quarter and then leave.
Yeah. Yeah. Just get really, into it. And then just be like, all right, I'm out. Yeah. It's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it. It's you might some people that are watching might even recognize that I'm like a little slowed down today. It's just been a long week of interesting deadline work this week, and my boss is out, so like we've had to like kind of figure that out when we need decisions made, and we're like, well, just ask this other person, and they'll stand by whatever, and it is draining. And next week's going to be busy too, but I'm only working 2.5 days. And I'm flying into like the headquarters too. So it's like, it's just going to be interesting.
What's the difference like for you when you're in person versus when you're working from home? Like, is it like, do you get way more done when you're working from home, or is it just totally different?
It's different. I actually think I get more done in the office.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, but I also get like stressed out because my mindset at home is like, I'm gonna put in the work, I'm gonna meet my deadlines. But when I'm in the office and we're not doing some meeting or event or something like that, I feel like I need to be at my desk the whole time. It's this weird like almost like weird expectation. Not it isn't in the expectation for my job, but it's my own personal, like, people are expecting me to be at my desk and working. And it's like, I get my job done at home all the time. But I go downstairs and grab a snack and these kind of things where I check the mail or like whatever it is, I take these little breaks. But if people were, I have this feeling like if people were to see me taking a lot of breaks while I was in the office, they would be like, he gets up a lot. And I just don't want that. But like I said, I get my work done. But one of the things too, I pee a lot when I go to the office because I always have like a drink by me, and they have like a Starbucks in the in the headquarters. And I'll like get a Starbucks or something, and then I'll like find myself like getting up like every 45 minutes to go to the bathroom. So
that's funny.
And then people are probably like, he gets up a lot, so it's funny. Yeah.
What's up with his bladder, man? Jeez.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny because it's like totally different culture or world that I'm in.
Really?
I'm like, when I'm at work, I guess maybe it's more like 50-50. I might have been exaggerating it in my head a little bit, but I'm leaving my desk all the time. And like, if it's like, I want to ask this guy a question, I will. The reason why I feel like I get more work done at work is because if I have a question for somebody and I am them, they might not see it. Or if I email them, it may get lost in their inbox. But if I just friggin' go to their desk and just like pop in and ask him a question real quick, they have no choice but to answer me directly.
That was me in my last job. It was like, I'd rather just talk to them instead of messaging them or something like that.
And like, I get it. Not everybody likes to have that personal interaction, and like a lot of people prefer to work from home because they just don't want to have to always be like face to face with people all the time. And I totally get it, but I am the guy. Hopefully I don't like annoy people, but
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah.
guy who likes to just like pop in. And like it's not always all about work too. Chat with them for a little bit if they want
Totally.
to, and ask the work question, and that's it. So like I'm
Yeah.
always up and around doing stuff at work.
That, yeah, I get that. And I at my last job, which was in office, I took advantage of that as much as I could.
Mhm.
But I do love the situation now where I work from home, and then 3 or 4 times a year I go into the office and get to like, hang out with some of my coworkers and like
Yeah.
get to have FaceTime with a lot of people. And it is it's just the balance I want, where it's like
Yeah.
I get enough social interaction, but also like get to work from home. So
I can see how that keeps it like feeling like a special event too. You're like,
Mhm.
when you're there in person, you're like, I'm excited. Like I've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
I've been ready for this, because it only happens like 2 to
Mhm.
3 times a year.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing actuarial Olympics on next week, and
Give me
I'm
some
looking forward to that
examples.
too.
Give me some examples
Last
here.
year we did like even like a tug of war, stuff like
Okay,
that. Like
cool.
it's not usually like math.
Yeah.
It's usually like a water balloon catch, and whatever team scores the best, and like the tug of war.
Nice.
We killed it last year. I think we lost by like 1 point, but in the tug of war, we were like just undefeated. Like it was like no competition for some reason. Like we were
Awesome.
all just we had more men than most teams and sturdy
Okay.
men than most teams. So yeah, it
All
was
right.
fun.
So yeah. Statistically, I can see how that might give you a little
Yeah.
advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, we were able to kind of plant and pull.
Yeah.
So,
Everyone
but
knows
I'm really
Cole's a
looking forward to it.
sturdy man.
Yeah, and then I'm flying straight from Ohio, where my company is based, to Wisconsin. I already hit up my my good friend, and he is
Oh
gonna
yeah.
house me for one night,
Nice.
and then we'll pick up from there. And yeah, I
Yeah.
already got lunch plans and mid-afternoon plans and dinner plans with some
Wow.
people,
Yeah.
and then the fun begins. What time do you arrive on
Like
Thursday again?
like I land at like
Uh,
9:55
oh,
p.m.
that's better than I expected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Have I
thought you were
been
gonna land at like
exaggerating?
11 or something like
Oh,
that.
no, no,
So
no, no, no.
we'll keep the
Hopefully,
glass nickel pizza warm for you.
yeah, good. Please do. Hopefully,
Mhm.
10:30ish is when I'd be like texting like, "Hey, I'm out." Yeah.
Nice. Wait, what happened to 9? Did you say like specific or Arizona time?
No, sorry, I am being not clear. I
Uh-huh.
at local time
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Madison, I will land at
Mhm.
like 9:55. So
Uh-huh.
hopefully at least by
Oh,
like
55. I heard something different earlier. Yeah, that makes
oh,
sense
got it,
now.
got it, got it.
So get
Yeah,
your stuff. Yeah, you'll be at like
yeah.
10:30ish. Yeah.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll be used to late nights at that point. So because I'm
True.
getting in at 10:30 myself
Oh,
on Wednesday. So
what is it about Madison and late flights, man? They just love
yeah.
people getting in real late. At
Are you
least it'll feel like 8 p.m. for me at least.
Yeah. Are you flying through Chicago?
No, I'm direct.
Direct from Phoenix.
Yeah,
Wow.
I found the one direct flight to Madison,
That's
and I was
sweet.
like, "Yep, I'm doing
Yeah.
that." I will
That's sweet.
always pay more for a direct flight, man.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm super stoked. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait for the barrel pick, for everything.
yeah, for sure. I'm excited to try their 10-year bourbon. Actually, I've
Yeah,
heard lots of
absolutely.
good things about that.
I believe it. I mean, like a smaller distillery putting out a 10-year bourbon that is all their own distillate. That's incredible.
Yeah,
Keep it
yeah,
up.
for sure.
Keep it up, Driftless Glen. And that ride though. Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, we're going late. We're going long. Uh, we'll uh, we'll talk about the history of wild turkey, and one of the things I wanted to discuss today was the changes in the distillery over time, especially in 2011. But before we do any of that history, let's send it to a quick break.
This episode is brought to you by the Patreon support of a truly great guy, my friend Wayne Shield. When he's not busy building satellites to send into space, literally. He's a
Whoa.
dedicated girl dad, a man who, as the legend says, just walked his daughter down the aisle without shedding one tear. So we'll let you decide whether it was 0 or more than 1. But beyond the engineering and the dad duties, Wayne is a whiskey hunter with a legendary eye. He is the first person I know to ever spot an Eagle Rare 12 in the wild. And there's no one you'd rather have at a bottle share. He's the guy who not only appreciates when you share the good stuff, but also isn't afraid to crack open those new bottles he just picked up. So here's to you, Wayne, for everything you do and for supporting the Chill Filtered podcast through Patreon. Cheers.
Cheers. And we're back. Some quick notes to get to. We likely had a drink along yesterday. And I hope it was awesome. I really hope it was great. Thanks for all who joined us. And thanks for chiming in on the chat.
You know what? It is going to be
Kentucky
awesome because Kentucky Owl Batch 12, man. Of course it was awesome.
Apparently. Yeah. And we're drinking today Wild Turkey Master's Keep Beacon. Not even close to our first Wild Turkey product on the podcast. In fact, we've even done one Master's Keep in the past. That was episode 97. We drank it the Cornerstone Rye. So I wanted to dig into, that was like over 5 years ago. That's crazy.
Wow.
So I wanted to dig into history today that breaks down the differences between the pre-Campari Wild Turkey and the post-Campari as like ownership of the distillery. Mostly highlighted by the distillery upgrade in 2011. So before 2011, it was known kind of as, it was like Wild Turkey products, but there was kind of the old Rippy distillery. Wild Turkey operated under out of the original Rippy family distillery in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Prior to 2011, the distillery had its quirks, old fermentation tanks, different still configurations, and warehouses that produced whiskey with a very distinct Wild Turkey character. And much of Wild Turkey's stock distilled before 2011 still carries that kind of that old Rippy influence, they say, including some of the barrels chosen for what we're drinking today. The new distillery came in 2011 when Campari invested in the brand new state-of-the-art distillery for Wild Turkey. The new facility allowed for increased capacity and more consistent production while maintaining the same mash bill and yeast strain. So nothing really changed, but there are changes that can happen when you have newer equipment and newer stuff like that. So, however, some enthusiasts note subtle differences in whiskey character, with new distillate often described as slightly lighter and cleaner compared to the bolder, more rustic notes from the old distillery. Between 2011 and the mid-2010s, Wild Turkey relied heavily on whiskey that was distilled at the older facility, as you know, most of it was still aging from that distillation at the old facility. Gradually, though, blending more distillate from the new distillery over time. The Master's Keep series, which was launched originally in 2015, became a place where Eddie Russell highlighted both older stock from the original distillery and creative maturation approaches throughout the. This is the 11th release, I'm pretty sure. And so Beacon, Master's Keep Beacon, represents the dual heritage, a blend of barrels that were distilled both before and after the new distillery came online. This makes for one of the few modern Wild Turkey releases to intentionally showcase the contrast of old versus new. That whiskey DNA, which is I wrote that and I was like, that's a very interesting way to put it, because like DNA is kind of based on like the origin, and I kind of like that. But it captures the legacy of Jimmy Russell's era, which was all the old plant, while also celebrating Eddie Russell's stewardship of the modern facility. And from what I read, and it might not be true, this might be the last Master's Keep release.
That's what everybody's been saying. Yeah. Well, for
And
now, at least.
yeah,
Everybody's been
yeah,
saying this is the last one for now. You never know what they're going to do in
yeah.
the
You
future,
never
but at
know.
least
It's like,
they don't have a plan to release another one next year immediately.
yeah, it's like when you go on your farewell tour and then you like have a re-farewell tour.
Farewell.
Um,
Farewell.
super farewell. Yeah. So Wild Turkey Masters Keep Beacon. So these are yearly releases for the record. And the cool thing is that, yeah, some of them are really good. Like, I mean, I didn't write down all the names, but I just think of Revival, Cornerstone Rye, Decades, Legends. Is Legends one?
Wild Turkey Masters Keep Legends. That doesn't sound
No, maybe
familiar.
not. Sounds like it should be.
I know. Yeah.
But anyway, some
It's
really
a
cool
good
stuff.
name
Usually they have
offering.
higher age stuff, and for Wild Turkey, they usually have like higher proof stuff, but not all the time. In fact, today's bottle is the highest proof yet of a Master's Keep at 118. So it's a blend. This specific one is a blend of 16-year-old bourbon from Eddie Russell's days at the prior Rippy Distillery. I'm sorry. No, I wrote it right. And then 10-year bourbon that was produced by Bruce Russell, Eddie's son, Jimmy's grandson, at the newer Wild Turkey Distillery. Same mash bill, same yeast strain for both blend portions of the blend. 118 proof, highest proof yet of a Master's Keep. It is non-chill filtered. Hey, that's not the name of the podcast.
Boo.
Last year's Russell's 15 was old and delicious, and this whiskey we're drinking today has a little bit older stock in it, but it is a blend. But we'll see if it compares at all. Russell's can do a great job with older stuff, that's for sure, or even just Wild Turkey. So, and the Total Wine price, I don't know what Bryan paid for it, but the Total Wine website price was $340.
Oh,
That's expensive.
It was not 340. Yeah, I want to say after tax and everything, it was like 325 maybe or something like that.
Sweet. Yeah, that's what I just saw randomly.
Okay. Yeah.
At least on total.
All right. You want a cork pop here?
Yes.
A little squeak. Good.
Yeah. Ooh, that is a great nose. That might even beat the Russell's 15 note. I don't know. It's close.
Yeah, I did.
Russell's 15 has a more rich nose.
Ooh, what is rich about it?
Think of brown sugar versus white sugar. That's what I'm
perfect.
Out.
It's got that what's the word? The sticky molasses. There we go. That's the word I was trying to think of.
This is great. It's got nice fruity notes. It's got that blackberry Wild Turkey note that I love.
Yeah, the on the nose, the Russell's 15 comes across a little more fruity to me, just a little. The Beacon comes across more musty, funky, danky.
Really?
But the difference
more 15 then.
The difference is not huge. It's like 7 out of 10 versus 8 out of 10 on a scale. We're talking like one notch in either direction for these.
But it was like noticeable to me, but I only had like the dregs on my glass. Oh, I love them both for different reasons. But like they're right up my alley in two different ways, but they're very different, at least on the nose to me. Yeah. The Beacon is more bright, appley. The 15 is a little more dense and dusty, but like really great fruity notes in like that brown sugary way. But I really like the brightness of the Beacon too.
Yeah. The more I was nosing them, the more they were just like identical to me.
Oh, yeah.
They really, it's very obvious these are from the same distillery. Mm-hmm. Like they both match this profile very, very well. I did just take a sip of Beacon. On the landing, it does come across very brown sugar sweet. It comes across not overly so, not syrupy, not candy, but just a very nice sweet oak presence on the landing. Dries out a little bit as the sip goes on. It gets a little more tannic, it gets a little more spicy, dry wood spices. And there's not, I expected there to be more fruit. I expected there to be more purple. So it's a little lacking in the fruit territory for me. It's more about the caramel spices.
I can say this is definitely top-notch Wild Turkey. This is very delicious. And I don't know if I don't think it beats Wild Turkey, or I'm sorry, Russell's 15, but it's like up there for sure. This is definitely 9+ on my rating scale. The sugariness, the sweetness is definitely on the white sugar side. It is in my side. I'm definitely getting fruity, but definitely apple fruity, but not too appley, like not as appley as like Buffalo Trace, but still like pulling out some berries of that, what I typically get off of Wild Turkey, but I get a lot more berries and like leathery berries, if that makes any sense, on the 15, the Russell's 15. But this is very good.
It's funny, with as weird of a note as leathery berries is, like sitting here and drinking it with you, 100%. I know exactly what you mean. I did take a sip of the Russell C&B. It is more, it doesn't taste nearly as old. And the C&B comes across a little more spice heavy, not as much oak presence, and none of that sugary sweetness like I'm getting on both the 15 and the Beacon, just for reference.
Yeah.
Gotta do another neat sip before I water this thing down.
I just did a few drops. The nose is not better. It's not as fruity. It's kind of muted in a little bit of a way. But
the thing that's just so obvious with the Beacon and with Russell's 15 is that like some serious craftsmanship went into this.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you get the feeling immediately like you are drinking a distillery's premier product. Like
yeah, for sure.
I feel like someone took great care in crafting this whiskey for sure.
I agree. It's top-notch stuff.
I did just put a couple drops in. I feel like it's brighter. It's more. It's like getting towards cedary kind of. It's missing the sugar on the nose now, but it still smells like a very old whiskey.
Yeah, I think it dries it out in a not great way. It's noticeably worse than the meat pour to me.
Yeah,
and I'm not excited to add an ice cube, but I did. For science,
totally agree with dry out. The lack of sugar carries into the palate with water. I still, and my cat agrees. That it's still very, very good with water. It's just it took away the sweetness, but there's still plenty of age oak and a smidge of dark berry fruit on this still.
The nose on the ice is a little bit better to me. Why is the ice cube sinking? This is flim flam.
Call the water department. I don't know.
Does everyone see that ice cube on the bottom?
You know what? Maybe the ice cube tray in your freezer has filled with hard water deposits over time, and now there's a high proportion of hard mineral deposits in your cubes. And I'm totally just making stuff up, but it kind of does maybe make a little sense.
But does hard mean chemistry wise? Would that mean it was more dense?
I would think so. I would think that it would be heavier if there was more particulates in there.
Ions.
No, not ions, Cole.
No, you think about it. It's like, the what's it called? Hard water is typically like calcium carbonate, and that's kind of like an ion.
You're teaching me then. I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm sure like John Hughes is yelling at his radio right now, and he's like, "It's not an ion," and I'm sure he's right.
I'm sure
but
he's
John
always
Hughes is
right.
a very reasonable man.
I would never argue with a Kentucky Colonel. Never.
Mm-hmm.
On the nose with ice here. It is actually, it smells very sugary, syrupy, fruity. It smells like a fruit, like an oaky fruit roll up on the nose.
It's great with ice.
Nice.
Yeah, I much prefer this to the water pour. The dryness kind of fades and it's still sweet, but in a weird way. I like it.
Oh my God. I hate how much I love this with ice. Oh my God. This is, if Ben Klepsig was drinking along with us, I'd be convincing him to drop a cube right now.
Yeah. Drop a cube, Mr. Klepsig. That seems to never happen. If you get a bad ice, or if you get a bad water pour, you can pretty much be assured that your ice pour is worse than even that. But this ain't bad. I don't know if I would drink it this way. No, I wouldn't, but it is surprising. Like if you have like a little bit left on your glass, drop a small cube and then be like, maybe it is good, But don't.
I'm gonna the extent to which I love this with ice. I'm totally gonna sacrifice a full 2 ounces and do a clear ice, a gigantic clear ice cube.
Big cube.
One of these days.
Cube.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that it's like, it's so sugary, so bright, white, sugary with ice. And all the oak age is still there. You can tell it's a very old whiskey.
That's a great point.
And it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it brings out some of the age even more, I would say, than the neat pour.
Crazy.
I could drink that. It's still got that blackberry note that I love. Yeah, it's great.
Let me go back to the. I still prefer the
meat though. Oh yeah, me too.
Still prefer the meat though.
Oh, that nose, baby.
I know.
Yeah, it's hard to beat that 15.
There is so much more fruit on the 15 for me.
Yeah.
I think the 15 wins for me. But
I'm super curious. Go ahead.
It's like it's like I'm drinking a single barrel product and I'm comparing two different single barrels where like one of the barrels is like a fruitier barrel and the other barrel is a more like caramely oaky barrel. That's how close the two of these are. I think I still give the nod to the 15 for the fruit because just personally that's just fantastic for me. But the Beacon is very close behind the 15. You can tell. Are we in ratings now? We're doing ratings.
Yeah,
you can tell it's a artfully crafted product. It's a A+ easily for me. Like I'd love to think, and it's in the pool, so hopefully we'll get to do this someday.
Yeah.
But on your first sip of this, you immediately know that you're tasting something very special, and you're tasting a distillery's best product with this. So it's an A+.
Yeah, I'm gonna go my numerical scale for now. This is definitely Hubba to What. Definitely a great product. I would actually give this a 9.25. I think it is a way above average. Like you said, a very intentional product. I am very curious to know how much of the blend was 10-year and how much of the blend was 16-year by percentage, but yeah, this is good. I think I gave Russell's 15. I probably gave that like a 9.5 or 9.6 in the past, but this is up there. But yeah, 9.25. I'm very happy with giving this one. It's clearly good. And it's almost candy-like on the neat pour. It's almost like a nice candy rye, but in its own way as a bourbon. So I love it. Love it.
Yeah, and it stays spicier than the 15. There's it comes across a little hotter than the 15. I guess like if I was guessing proof, what's the differential here? 15 is
118 versus 117.
These so are 0.8 proof apart. I would have guessed maybe 5 proof points difference between these, where the 15 is obviously the lower. The Beacon has plenty of spice and character here. Yeah.
All right. Now that we've given our ratings, go out and buy yourself a bottle of Master's Keep.
Yeah, if
Beacon.
you can.
Not bacon. Yeah. You're getting scammed if you're getting a bacon.
But bacon's great.
Yeah, I'm sure that Wild Turkey would produce some great bacon.
You know, Emma agrees too. Nope,
What's
Emma's been eating bacon lately. Dude. Emma loves bacon, by the way.
I believe it. Kids.
Yeah, she's got
bacon.
that Kansas blood in her. She loves bacon and sausage, man. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Dude,
but now that I've ruined this segment transition, Cole, take us on into the next one.
So now it's time for Whiskey World News. All
right, everybody, welcome back. This is Whiskey World News, and we have yet another email from Corey McCauley. Yeah, you guessed it.
They keep throwing them out. We keep mentioning them.
Yeah. You said this one's from Corey McCauley, and you were correct. Saz PR, Corey McCauley says, Sazerac's single barrel release program is thrilled to announce the Elmer T. Lee Charity Sweepstakes, offering bourbon enthusiasts the exclusive opportunity to select a barrel of the limited Elmer T. Lee single barrel bourbon whiskey, with all donations, less required transaction fees, benefiting St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Nice. So here's the details. The sweepstakes is open to the public, with each $100 donation serving as one entry to win. And the randomly selected winner of the Elmer T. Lee Charity Sweepstakes will receive a one-night stay in the Stag Lodge and VIP behind-the-scenes tour and private catered lunch at Buffalo Trace Distillery, accommodating the winner and up to 7 guests. Wow, actually, yes. I expected it to be like a party of 4 or something, but so 7 additional guests age 21 or older here. Private barrel selection experience to thieve, taste, and select their single barrel alongside master distiller Harlan Wheatley, who was trained by Elmer himself after joining Buffalo Trace in 1995. And here's the kicker: an $18,000 cash prize, which may be used to purchase the bottles yielded from the selected barrel with personalized medallions. All entries must be received by midnight, 11:59 on September 30th. Entrants will receive 1 entry into the sweepstakes for every $100 donation made through the registration site.
Nice.
The winner will be randomly drawn and notified via phone and email the week of October 6, 2025. So you have until September 30 to donate $100 or any increment of $100 for entries into this sweepstakes. Cole, are you doing it?
Do you remember? No. Do you remember how much they made last year?
No, I don't.
Over $1 million they raised.
Oh my!
Which means that they put in over 10,000 entries, which means your chance of winning is 0.01% per entry. But if you put in 10 entries, that becomes 0.1%.
If you put in,
doing my math correctly,
10,000 entries.
Yeah, if you put in 10,000 entries, your chances will probably be similar, or probably be about a half a chance, because that's over $1 million in addition to everyone else's $1 million. So, Yeah,
So if you're looking
I
for
love the
something to
idea,
do
and
with
I
your
love what they're doing.
retirement
I mean, it's all St. Jude Children's Research, stuff, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna put it in because there's no
I know.
chance, no chance.
I think they did something like this a year or two ago, I think.
Mhm.
And I think I entered in that one because I didn't do the math. I didn't know any better.
Mhm.
But this one, no, like
You could
I'm
write
not a
that off.
if you itemize your deductions, which I do
Yes.
not.
Yes. No.
Yeah, no. Although if I donate enough, then I can itemize my deductions.
$10,000, I think, is the kind of the thing.
Interesting.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's only
Yeah,
100 entries, and that means you get 1%. I think. I might be wrong.
it's okay. We'll let it
Yeah.
slide this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's it. I just, if anyone wants to throw away $100, you could enter into the sweepstakes. So there
Hey,
you go.
you might win. I mean, your
Yep,
chances are as good as any other entry. And
that's
if you
true.
do win and you're a listener of Chill Filtered, hit us up. We'll go with you.
I know, right?
So,
Yeah.
dude, that'd be killer.
We'll do
We'll
our
stay at
best
the
to
lodge.
schmooze. Yeah, schmooze our way into as much experience as we can.
Shake
here
some
on this one.
hands. Dude,
Yeah.
cool. We would never be forgotten.
Never.
But
Yeah. Harlan
no, that's
Wheatley
cool.
will
Dude,
join our Patreon.
fist
No doubt.
pound. Harlan Wheatley. Or whatever they call that.
Fist bump.
Fist bump. Yeah. Whatever they call that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have last week's results from
We
the
do.
do
Yeah.
we have the
Let's
last 2 weeks results?
Oh
Because I don't know
no.
if we had them
Oh,
last.
there are extras. Can you pull up the Instagram archive while I'm reading through these?
Yeah.
So
Sounds good.
which American single malt do you like more? We asked you most previously. And
Yep.
I put up Kings County, their peated American single malt. Cole put up Whiskey Del Bach, and Whiskey Del Bach absolutely crushed.
Destroyed.
Notably Ode to Isla as like the favorite here, but Whiskey Del Bach won 85% to 15% Kings County.
Oof.
But we got some good write-ins though. We got the Bourbon Van. Oh, the Bourbon Van. We haven't seen them in a
Hey.
while. Yeah.
Yeah.
They said McCarthy's 6PX. Cole, do you know
Nice.
about this? I don't.
No. But I've heard of
McCarthy.
McCarthy's for sure.
Yeah, I have too. We got Sean Ciaro says hands down Stranahan's.
Yeah, Denver, Colorado, baby.
Stranahan's down. Stranahan's.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think we pulled a single barrel pick of Stranahan's on the reentry
We
bus
did.
once.
It was
and
a
it
Ben Klepsig joint.
surprised me greatly.
It was good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got a picture sent in. Love the pictures. Thank you, Whiskey Drinking Panda. It is Balcones Cataleja here.
Yeah.
Which I have tried courtesy of your drinking buddy, by the way.
What a pro.
I got your drinking buddy Glenn
Hey.
here. Which is delicious. Cataleja.
Ooh,
Yes.
I got my Whiskey Del Bach glass.
Oh man, nope. I don't have one of those.
Because you're lame.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
I know. Oh yeah, we are. Whiskey Del Bach was the winner, so yeah, double shout out there. Dramhound doubled down though on that Stranahan's though. He says Diamond Peak. I'm unfamiliar with Stranahan's Diamond Peak.
It's kind of like a special edition. It's not their Snowflake release, but it's special edition.
I would have thought Diamond would be better than Snowflake. No, I don't know.
Snowflake is like once a year or maybe twice a year. I forget, but they name it after like 14er mountains. I sat in line for a Snowflake once and it was cool, but I think Diamond's a little more available than that. But yeah.
Gotcha. We got Whiskey with Max here. He says Cedar Ridge, number 5. Google it. I'm unfamiliar with that one.
Yeah.
We got Whiskey Shaman saying Andalusia, but there are so many great ones.
Yeah,
and
he's a big ASM guy.
I know if American single malts are your thing, tune into the Whiskey Shaman here.
Yeah, for sure.
We got Madtown Marketer Ben Klepsik. He says Ode to Isla, doubling down on that one. And then Westland Gariana, which he has shared with us. I want to say we did it on the reentry buzz, Gariana. Or I've tried it in some
We've
capacity.
done an episode on Gariana. I don't know if you were there though.
Well, I've tried it. It's delicious. I can say that for sure.
Nice.
Cody Clark says Cedar Ridge quintessential or any other special release. Cedar Ridge.
Nice.
Oh, so Cody Clark and Max need to meet up, man. Share some ASMs together here. But lastly, we got Whiskey Del Bach chiming in on Instagram saying us.
I love it.
Yeah, we got some love from them.
I didn't see what the Kings County do that. They would have gotten an extra vote.
Where were they? Colinopolis on Instagram, man. Where were you? Where were you?
Yeah. So,
did you look up a archive on a previous week?
I did, yeah. So we said out of the 3 distilleries, Heaven Hill, Maker's Mark, or Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace won 69%. Nice. Heaven Hill 23%, and Maker's Mark got it a full 8% actually. And when we said, what is the worst bottle from one of these distillers, Carl Schoen himself from the Perfect Fifth, he said Travelers, which I think is also true, at least for at least for Buffalo Trace. Madtown marketer Ben Klepsig said Larceny. I haven't sampled the bottom shelf stuff. Paul Clarkson said Heaven Hill grain to glass, and I agree, that's pretty bad. Very disappointed in the ones I had. Mr. Panda of the Whiskey Drinking Panda, he said Larceny from Heaven Hill. And then Mingo, he said Evan Williams, just the regular one though. And then Whiskey Drinking, the Whiskey Shaman said overrated Blanton's all day. Cody Clark, last response, said Bernheim, and I can't agree more, at least on the barrel proof.
Yeah.
For Heaven Hill. So
man,
that's what we got from the week before. What are we doing this week? Do we even prep for that?
Yeah, we so normally I'd worry that you wouldn't know what you were gonna pick on this if you didn't know what the question was already. But just like we've done some fun ones in the past, like tour versus tour, this week we are asking you a non-whiskey related question, and that is, are you of the Android variety or are you of the iPhone variety? This is it. The Chill Filtered Podcast, Android versus iPhone showdown.
Yeah. The one who loses has to change phones. So I am of the Android variety, and hopefully I got my Android team behind me because it's got a lot of great stuff, and it's very customizable, and they aren't jerks in terms of playing well with friends. Like they want to play well with friends, as opposed to Apple, who doesn't want to play well with friends. So
yeah, I can't argue with any of that. And I loved this because it was obvious that we were both going to take different sides on this.
Yeah.
Because I myself used to be an Android dude, because back in the day, the customizability, which is totally a word, used to really be important to me.
Still is important.
But not anymore. There's actually a funny thing here too. Just the classic example of like iPhone institutes a new feature and everyone goes crazy about it.
Freaks out.
When
but like Android's been doing that for 2 years now,
for like a decade. Yeah. So apparently the new AirPods, the version 3 of AirPods have like a live translate feature, different languages. I know. Yeah.
We've been doing that for like 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. The Pixel Buds might have even launched with that feature. I don't know.
I want to say they have. Yeah.
But anyway, I want to know what you guys have, because this question is in honor of the new phone releases announced recently. The new iPhones come out like soon, very soon, and the new
Pixel 10 now.
No case. Are you a no case guy?
I'm a no case man. Never drop.
Dude, that's a future what phone would you choose question right there, man. No case, man. How often have you? Do you ever drop it?
I've broken one phone in the last 10 years.
Just one though.
Just a cracked screen. And then luckily I was able to
Yeah.
replace it pretty quick. But yeah,
Yeah.
in the
Nice.
last
Okay.
10
Well,
years.
good. Just one
Yeah.
in 10 years. That's pretty good.
Mhm.
I worry because now that I have a 1+-year-old, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, dang, maybe I should be doing like Apple Care on stuff because my child is going to grab my phone and launch it
Right,
across
don't
the
let them
room
grab your phone.
at any moment.
Yeah, they'll just drop it, man.
I know. You never
Kids, am
know
I
what you're up
right?
against. Yeah.
All right,
But let us know.
next
Are
week.
you
Oh,
are
go
you
ahead.
Android or iPhone? Next week,
Yeah,
though, is our Whiskey Shaman Spectacular, Cole.
spectacular.
I know. We've already recorded this. We already
It
know
was
how it
fun. It was a
goes.
lot of fun.
We already know it was super fun. So tune
Yeah.
in next week for some segments that include the whiskey trivia
Yep.
segment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll
The
be
two
honest,
blind segments. Yeah.
I think he went easy on me on that one. He
I
gave me
think
all
he
the
did.
Buffalo Trace questions because he
Yeah.
didn't want to give you any
Yeah,
Buffalo Trace
exactly. No,
questions.
there was bias there. There was
Yeah,
100%
yeah.
bias there.
Maybe just a little
Yeah.
bit. But
Hmm.
I love that we didn't score it. We don't know. I guess you could
Yeah.
score it as it goes, but I don't remember how many
I
correct
think you
he.
won.
But
Yeah.
yeah, and then we do some blinds too. We did some blinds with the Whiskey Shaman. We did a little trio thing where each
Uh-huh.
person provided the other two with some samples.
Yeah.
So we do a little round robin blind. So tune in next week for that Whiskey Shaman
Yeah,
spectacular.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. And it was a lot of fun. All right. You know what I'm thinking about right now?
Mm-mm.
Whooping your behind on the Reentry Buzz season 10.
Ooh, season 10. We're on season 10
Yeah.
now. Yeah, well,
Mhm.
I hope that this week the meetup is
Mhm. Mhm.
super duper fun, and I hope that Ben is ready for us to
Yeah.
descend upon his home city
Descend. Yeah.
and purchase all interesting whiskeys from
Yep.
all local stores and bring them to
Yeah.
the bottle share at Ben's house.
Not only bottle share, but we're hoping to find things for the future drink along. So if we find certain things of bottles of 3 or more, we'll probably grab some from
That's
Wisconsin.
true.
So yeah.
Speaking of future drink-alongs, I
Mhm.
have future drink-along bottles right
Yeah,
here.
you
My
do.
hand is literally above
Your
future
hand is
drink-along bottles right
touching
now.
them.
Cole,
Mhm.
should I reveal or should it be a
No,
secret?
keep it a secret until we
Hands off.
drink this weekend. Actually,
Okay,
you can
very good.
show it. You can show one of them because
Yeah,
by the time
one.
this episode comes out,
Mm,
we will have
hold on.
finished the third of 3
All
from the last 3
right. Well,
months. So
here it is. Here's the one right here. You know what, podcast listeners, you don't
you
get to
don't
hear.
know. Yeah. Hop
YouTube
on that YouTube and
viewers,
then leave a comment.
it's going to go across the screen right now. Ready?
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
That's
It's
it.
going to be good. And what was that, a 10-year? Right?
Wow, give it away, Cole.
Holy
Jeez.
cow. What's that?
Wow, give it away, Cole. Jeez.
Just a 10-year. Hey, I mean, we at least know it's not I don't even know
Jack
who
10
the
because we've done that
Jack
twice as a
10-year.
drink along already.
Yeah, but they were good. Both of them were
They
good.
were they were very good.
One was less good though.
That's
Um,
true.
all right. I hope our travels are safe and I hope we can give a high five long term very soon. Yeah. Oh wait, I gotta do it this way.
There we go.
That's great. Um wait, I think are you mirrored?
Oh
No, you're
no, I don't
not.
know. What if we do this? What if we do
Yeah, we'll
both
just
sides
win
at the
either
same
way.
time?
High
There we go.
five.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the
So I
listeners
hope
can
you guys
imagine that
enjoyed.
they're on the other side.
Yeah, we'll win somehow. I mean, there's mathematically we're gonna do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys after the fun meetup in Wisconsin. But I hope you guys will join us if you can. That means you, Caleb Olson. But I hope to see you all on the other side. What do we say again? I hope you all. What? Why am I forgetting this?
No, you got
But
this.
I hope that our love of whiskey lifted your spirits. All right. You know what I'm thinking about right now?
Mm-mm.
Whooping your behind.